For my venue analysis, I have chosen the Burpengary Community Hall. The Burpengary Community Hall is located at 111 Station Road, Burpengary, in the Burpengary Community Centre complex. Built in the 1980s, the Community Hall has the vibe and architecture of the year it was built. The hall shares the complex with the local library and sports fields. The hall has 3 function rooms: the main hall, which holds 200 people seated, a supper room, which holds 50 people, and a meeting room, which holds 15 people. The hall's facilities also include air conditioning, a bar, internal toilets, a kitchen, a PA system, a stage, wheelchair access, and an enclosed courtyard. The facility has ample parking on site on both sides of the complex and has a bus stop located conveniently close to the venue. When you enter the hall, there is a foyer with a high ceiling. On the left is a bar, and on the right is the main hall. The foyer also connects the main areas to the supper and meeting room, the toilets, and the backstage area. The Burpengary Community Hall runs many fun community events and is used and hired out by numerous organisations of the public with a busy schedule all week long. Multiple dance studios teach at the hall from Monday to Thursday, as well as taekwondo, men's shed, meditation, and scrapbooking on various days of the week. Not only are classes and workshops held at the community hall, meetings are also held on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, such as neighbourhood watch and Weight Watchers. And on Sundays, the hall is used for Sunday school and fellowship. To maximise the potential social benefits of the community centre, it needs to be ensured that its design enables the centre to respond to community needs. When visiting the venue, there were noticeable issues that could affect people hiring out or using the hall. The first being the hall is very outdated. The building externally is painted a cream colour with exposed brick and a green roof. These colours can often be seen as outdated and unwelcoming, as they are also quite dirty from the elements. This feature could be fixed or revamped by rendering or repainting the outside walls and roof. Also, on the outside of the building, the community hall sign is very old and could be more attractive if updated like the other council signs in the complex. Newer signs could replace the existing signage to tie the community hall into matching the rest of the complex and make the name of the hall more visible. When looking at the exterior of the building, this could deter people from booking the hall due to the visible signs of age and outdated aesthetic. Changing these two things could freshen up the exterior of the hall and make approaching the building more appealing to potential hirers. When you enter the hall, it almost takes you back in time. The venue has brick-style tiles on the floor, dirty cream colour on the walls, and teal blue benches on the bar. This gives off a very cold and uninviting feeling to the building. The age of the interior aesthetic could affect how many people would want to use this venue for an event if not updated. While the internal of the building has all the features and facilities you could want for an event, if the aesthetic does not appeal, then people are not going to want to book. The colour palette is consistent throughout the interior of the building, and in places the paint has been ripped off the walls and worn off, which could be unappealing if photos are to be taken. Exposed pipes in rooms with untidy paint jobs would also not be appealing to guests if photos were required. A new coat of paint on the walls would create a more modern look on the inside of the hall and cover the damaged patches that bring down the appeal of the inside. Pipe covers would also hide the exposed electrical piping inside the venues, enhancing the aesthetic of the hall's interior. Lighter neutral colours such as warm white, dove grey and light taupe will make a space appear more open and airy, ultimately bringing an older space into the present. While these solutions would cost a bit of money to put into place and would interfere with the busy packed schedule, they could possibly make the interior of the building more appealing to viewers and gain them more bookings in the future. Another problem with the structure and layout of the building is the office is in a very difficult place to find. As the first point of contact When visiting to inquire about booking the venue, the office should be easier to find instead of hidden. To fix this issue, clear signage could be put in place to easily direct viewers to the venue's office and subsequently its workers and booking officer. There are not many negatives to this solution other than, depending on the type of signs installed, it could cost a bit of money or someone's time and effort. An issue for both the interior and exterior of the building was that there was weather damage discovered. On the external of the building, there was a large panel of roofing missing, which exposed the inside of the roof and pipes. This could threaten the structural integrity of the building and compromise the safety from weather. This should be a priority to be fixed, as it is one of the most noticeable issues when approaching the venue from the car park. While it could cost more than some paint, a new roof panel in place would fix this problem and instantly make a difference to the exterior of the hall. As well as on the roof on the exterior of the building, the interior of the building also has weather damage in the form of water stains on the ceiling of the meeting room. The venue investing in a new ceiling panel would be a small change to effectively enhance the appearance of the meeting room. Internally, there were some safety hazards to do with appliances, facilities, and design. When you enter the kitchen, you'll notice that appliances look to have not been updated, which if not in perfect condition could potentially be a health and safety hazard. Whilst a costly task, for further inspection and guests, replacing the outdated kitchen appliances such as the stove, dishwasher, and oven could be a reliable long-term investment. As it is costly, another solution or prevention of such could be to get the equipment regularly tested and not to leave dormant for long periods of time. Another part of the kitchens and bars that could be a health and safety hazard is the chipped away wood and paint from the kitchen tabletops where food must be prepared. A suggested solution for this would be to either fill in the holes or completely change the bench, while the latter being more expensive. For a short-term solution, using filler to even out the bench top could eliminate places for pests to hide and breed. The staircase in the main hall leading to the stage is old and fragile and would be safer if it was replaced with a new one. And the tiles on the floor of the foyer, which is a food serving area, could also cause hazards if people spill drinks on the floor. A solution for this could be laying a less slippery style of vinyl over the tiles. This would lessen the safety hazard and improve the look of the entrance, but would cost a lot of money in supplies and labour, and would take time out of the booking schedule to complete. This is why it would not be a top priority. The Burpengary Community Hall is used very frequently by various members and organisations of the community, and while it has frequent use, there are interior and exterior problems that could prevent further bookings at this venue. Negatively, the recommended solutions for this would overall cost a lot of money, but would hopefully increase the likelihood of bookings at this venue.